Guys,
Yes, sir, it's visible.
great. So I'm going to start from the very basic in the sense like as we know that we need to know about the concept of VMware, vSphere, ESXI, vCenter Server, HA, DRS. These all are the content that we need to cover, right? So, but before that, you must need to know about the concept of virtualization, right? That you can understand about the practical part.
Okay.
So virtualization, you can say that like as the other technology, virtualization is also a type of technology, which is categorized in two different parts. Let me explain you. Virtualization is a part of it's a kind of technology that can help us to means reduce the manpower and also resources. So virtualization is categorized in two different parts. For better understanding, I'm just going to divide in two different parts. One is work based, and another important part you can say that technology based. The meaning of work based means which types of tasks you are able to perform with the help of virtualization. And the meaning of technology based means how many components, how many services are available. Those can help us to establish our own virtual environment or virtual setup. Work based, we are able to use virtualization to manage our, you can say that, memory. We are able to use virtualization to divide our memory in various part. Second, storage, we are able to use virtualization for storage. For CPU dividation, for softwares or application, we can also use to manage our networking. These all are the points that we need to cover in case of work based. We can divide our memory, we can divide our storage, we can divide our CPU in various parts, and also we are able to manage our networking with the help of virtualization. Next, talk about the technology based. So in case of technology based, it is categorized in two different parts. I hope you know about it: hypervisor type 1 and hypervisor type 2. The virtualization in case of technology based categorized in two different parts: hypervisor type 1 and hypervisor type 2. It's really important for us. We must need to know about the gap between these two different hypervisor technique. Now, in case of hypervisor 1, which is considered as a bare metal virtualization, right? This is considered as a bare metal virtualization. As per the name suggests, the meaning of bare metal virtualization means we are able to set up our virtualization directly on the host. We have a n number of example like as a ESXI or Zen server, which is a product of you can say that which is a product of Citrix, and our Hyper-V product of Microsoft. So these all are the examples of our hypervisor type 1. Next, talk about the hypervisor type 2. As per the name suggests, is considered as a hosted virtualization. The meaning of hosted virtualization, you can say that for this particular setup, you must need to install your operating system. Over a operating system, you are able to set up your virtual environment like workstation, VMware workstation, virtual PC, and I hope you know about the virtual box and VMware Fusion. These all are the points, these all are the examples of our hypervisor type 2. You can say that, consider as a hosted virtualization. Guys, please go through and let me know if you have any question. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's talk more about the concept of work based. The meaning of work based means if you want to set up our environment, for example, like as a so for example, you purchase a one desktop or laptop with high configuration of machine. Wait, for example, you purchase a one high configuration based machine. This is our hardware. The capacity of this machine may be contain up to 32 gig of RAM, 8 core of CPU, and up to 1 TB of hard drive, right? This is the configuration of our base machine, and you know that you have enough space, 32 gig RAM, 8 core of CPU, 1 TB of hard drive, which is enough space to run multiple operating system. So with the help of virtualization, what we can do, right, with the help of virtualization, we are able to utilize these RAM, CPU core, and our storage as well. So if you are using only one operating system, like as you just install only Windows 10 operating system in this particular machine, so I don't think we are able to utilize our 32 gig of RAM or 8 core of CPU or 1 TB of RAM. So what we need to do, we just need to use virtual environment. We just need to set up our virtual software, right? With the help of virtualization, we are able to divide our RAM and distribute with multiple virtual machine. Like one virtual machine I want to install with server 2012, one virtual machine that I'm planning to install for Red Hat, one VM I want to install Windows 7 operating system, and one virtual machine I want to install a ESXi host. Because I want to divide our RAM in various different parts. So single hardware, a single high configuration hardware able to contain multiple virtual machine only because of virtualization, only because of the you can say that features of virtualization. Say single computer contain Windows 7 operating system, single computer contain Windows server operating system. You can install ESXi host, you can install your Red Hat computer. It's up to you. Means a single machine can contain lots of virtual machine, lots of operating system. This is the actual task. This is the actual meaning of our virtualization. I hope you all of you understand about the concept. Please confirm.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yeah, it's clear.
Great. So make sure you have a much idea about the gap between hypervisor type 1 and hypervisor type 2. So let's talk about the meaning of hypervisor type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is considered as a bare metal. The meaning of bare metal, for example, you purchase a one computer without operating system, means cannot contain any kind of operating system. and you want to establish your hypervisor, so that time you can proceed with bare metal. Like, this is our system, which is contain 32 gig RAM, 8 gig of 8 core of CPU, and up to 1 TB of 1 TB of HDD. And unfortunately, we don't have any operating system, right? Our system cannot contain any OS. You can say that no operating system. In this case, if you plan to install ESXi host on this particular machine, which is considered as a bare metal, whenever we proceed and install ESXi host, consider as a bare metal virtualization, because you don't have any operating system. You are directly trying to install your ESXi to the base machine, and after that you are able to perform lots of tasks. Talk about the hypervisor type 2. So in case of hypervisor type 2, for example, this is our another computer, and our computer contain at least one operating system. We are using same configuration, but the system contain Windows 10 operating system, and you are planning to install now you want to establish your virtualization. So in this case, what you need to do, so in this case we just need to install Windows 10 plus VMware workstation, and over a VMware workstation we are able to install multiple virtual machine. So you can say that require a second layer of security. We must need to install a second layer of security. Is it clear?
Yes.
ESXi host you can
Yes, sir.
directly install on the base machine, and for the hypervisor type 2 you must need to install at least one operating system. Over operating system you can install any virtual machine. This is the basic understanding of our VMware virtualization. Not only the VMware virtualization, you can say that this is the basic concept of virtualization. Any question, any doubt, let me know please. About the gap between hypervisor type 1, about the gap between hypervisor type 2. Anyone want to say something about these two different points? Is it okay?